Walk me, dude. You're doing bodybuilding. You're studying psych at Harvard. You're on the rugby team. You're
Mhm.
running a business. Walk me through a day in the life at Harvard.
Day in the life. Yeah, it definitely varies, but let's go through it. On an average day, I'll wake up right before class, gotta get my sleep in.
What,
Start off the day with a protein.
what time do you wake up?
It depends on whatever my first class is. So if my first class is at noon, I'll honestly spend probably till 3 a.m. grinding stuff out and then wake up at 11:30 right before class. Um, Quickly get ready, get a protein shake, get my protein in, go to class, or if it's a 9 a.m. class, I'll go to bed way earlier and wake up at 8:30, probably 8 a.m. and go through my classes. In between classes, I like to get meals with people to meet my friends, see new people, get to know everyone, and then after my classes, usually a little bit of downtime where I can either take my nap, I can either uh, or I can get some work done on social media. I can get some homework done. I try to be productive in my little off time. Then rugby practice, and then I usually go straight from rugby practice to the gym with a friend, pound some caffeine, have the best 1.5 hours of the day, hit some crazy lifts, and then go home and lock in on work for the rest of the night. So it's pretty much a go 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 constantly, but it's a really fun go go go. I love rugby. I love lifting. I love studying at most of the time. So it's definitely all worth it.
Bro, how do you manage your time so well?
Yeah. So to manage my time, I keep a strict to-do list. Every single day I have a to-do list that I really, really lock in on. It's in my notes app, really simple, just everything I need to do, set a time for each thing. And it takes a lot of practice. It's just a lot of consistency. I've been doing it for years, ever since high school. So just like any other skill, it's something you get better at. So I've gotten more and more consistent. And of course, there are bad days where I mess up and doom scroll for a few hours or lock in on one task for way too long, and it ends up me not getting sleep or not spending much time on a certain task. So there are off days, but for the most part, it just comes down to learning the skill of sticking a to-do list and just simply having discipline.
Hmm. But okay, so for the person though that is like, yeah, like I can make a to-do list, discipline, that's great. Discipline only works for me though for when I'm motivated, and that's a week,
Mhm.
it's 2 weeks, and then it fizzles out. You've had consistent discipline for years, from my understanding.
Mhm.
What keeps you so locked in with that discipline?
A lot of that is just taking a second to reflect on why you're doing this, and as you said, visualize, because you're not always going to have motivation. I've been saying this for years, is that it's not about working when you're motivated. Everyone does that. It's about having that discipline when you have zero motivation and don't have that end goal in mind and you don't think it's worth it. What I do is I quickly remind myself, right now I don't feel like it, but I know this feeling of doubt or laziness will pass, and then I'll either be glad I put this work in when it comes back, or I'm gonna be very mad at myself when it comes back and I get that random midnight motivation one night, and I'm really mad that for the last week I've slacked off. So I just quickly remind myself, I'm doing this for my future self who's looking back at me right now with the motivation that is currently lost on me, and he's either proud of me or he's disappointed. And then I just lock in, and it's again just something that takes practice. It's something that I repeatedly fail at, but over time you get better and better at it.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Somewhere on the screen should direct you to somewhere else in our channel. But as always, believe foolishly.